Forza Motorsport. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words on Steam. Outbuild the competition in the all-new career. Race your friends in adjudicated multiplayer events. Compete in over 500 cars on world-famous tracks with cutting-edge AI, advanced physics, and tyre and fuel strategy. First up, guys, let's have a look at the graphical options. Quite a few things to twiddle and tweak to get the best out of your graphical card. A lot of people are having issues with this game. They say it looks shite. I disagree. I don't think it looks shite. It doesn't look like, groundbreaking or anything like that, but it certainly doesn't look shite. But a lot of people are having problems running this in any kind of high resolution at a decent frame rate, and I'm one of them as well. In 1440p with a few things on, it's just not happening. 1080p with everything on auto, it runs along fine, no problem at all. When I start and add things my way, the way I want them, it then can get a little bit choppy. So I can run it on most things on high in 1080p and easily hit 60 frames a second, so that's not a problem. The good news is I'm not getting big frame drops. That would be a nightmare in a driving game. How it looks, I think it looks nice, especially in the wet. In the rain, it looks really cool. There's nice detail on the cockpits of the cars. I only race in cockpit mode. I refuse to race from outside the car because I'm not a child. The only way to drive is behind the wheel. You're in the cockpit, guys. What's wrong with people? What do you want to drive from this elevated position behind the fucking car? That's easy mode because you can see everything. The real racer drives behind the fucking wheel. Get behind the fucking wheel. The fucking wheel. And when you've got a fucking wheel and you're behind the fucking wheel, it's fucking real. Sorry about that. Anyway, I've been playing career mode. I haven't played it in multiplayer, but I've been playing the new career mode. And guys, I've got a big freaking problem with this game. I really do. You start off in, a little, well, I've got a Subaru. And you're stuck with that car. You have to level that car up. It's not like a lot of games where you level up and you're able to buy other cars. And well, you do that in this. You do level up and you get money and you buy other cars. But you know how you would normally be able to get parts and you could just switch them around between cars? You can't in this. Everything you get stays on this car. So if you unlock loads of like flywheels, exhaust pipes, air filters, all of that stuff, it purely stays on this vehicle. Even if you buy another one of these vehicles, it's the same. You have to you have to win the stuff for that new vehicle. That's a problem. It's nice that you get this kind of affinity with your car. You get to know it because you're building it up from when it's absolutely awful. It's slower and handles like shite to fast and handles like shite. But you get to feel the different changes as you go. So there's that. But here's the big problem. You cannot access the tuning. I've got a car that understeers like a bitch, and I can't do shit about it because you haven't unlocked the ability to tune that yet, mech. More races, more grinding, please. You see, you earn car points, these car points. That's what you buy everything with, your parts and your tuning. You unlock the tuning by buying a part that can be tuned. I mean, that's realistic, I get that. But it kind of spoils everything because you have to grind and grind and grind races until you can afford to buy that part, which might be, say, 500 car points. That's a lot of car points, considering you have all these other things that you want to buy as well for your car. So you end up in a situation where you literally can't tune your car up. And I can understand, yeah, if you want to buy a straight 6 exhaust and all that, yes, have car points for that, just for that performance, but you should be able to twiddle and twink everything with the tuning. I guess, with road cars, which is what you're kind of racing, you can't tune up average parts on a car. They're just kind of stock standard, you can't fiddle with them. It's only with racing and sports ones that you can. But at the end of the day, this is a game. It has to be fun at the same time. And it's no fun riding around the same frickin' circuits in a Volkswagen Golf, just so you can unlock more car points. It's got a grind here that's just... Ugh. Anyway, that aside, what's the driving like? I'm using my wheel and pedals with this, and guys, it's brilliant. It's really, the force feedback feels well. When the track's getting wet, I started a race where the track was dry and it got wet. Oh man, you could really feel the difference going into the bends. I was just fighting my car to get round some of the corners. I had eyes like fucking dinner plates as I was going into some of the bends at breakneck speeds. I mean, it was a Ford Focus RS. It wasn't exactly a fast car, but, you know, it was still reasonably quick going into some of the bends. And it was exhilarating, I'm not going to lie. You don't get the full sense of speed like you have in other racing games, but it's great. I've had a blast today playing this. It's really good fun. The racing is easily the best part of this game. All the other stuff's massively disappointing in my opinion. The other stuff that I've played, I haven't tried multiplayer, and there's 500 cars. Why? I'm not going to use 500 cars. It's just the grind I don't like. It feels like one of them free-to-play games. You know, like you have a free-to-play game model where you have to have a grind and then the option to buy into that grind. That's how the developer would make money on a free-to-play game. That's what this feels like. It feels like it's set up as a free-to-play game where you have to just grind and grind and grind, which means keep playing the game. Considering you're spending £50 just to buy the damn game, you know, the base game, you would expect to not have to grind as much just to do basic things like the chipmunk. You've already mentioned all that. What's the AI like? Well, the AI you can change in the difficulty slider from 1 to 10, I believe it is. I've never been on 10. My ability has me well and truly stuck on between 5 and 6. When I go over 6, I just get me arse handed to me because I can't tune. Did I say I can't tune me Mac? If I could tune my car, I could go higher. I know I can, but the different races are fun. There's loads of different circuits which are pretty good. There's some really nice circuits. The different competitions have you in sort of some retro cars, some high performance modern cars, saloons. There's lots of different categories that you fight in. And the AI, generally, this is what I was actually going to be talking about. The AI is not too bad. I mean, when you're in the middle of the pack, it's like a destruction derby. They're just crazy. They don't give a fuck. They'll just ram you off the road. It just seems to be a bit of a mess. But once the pack thins out and you're in the top 5 and you're fighting for the lead with the top 5, they are pretty good. What you can do that I've noticed is you can bully them a lot and they will give. I don't know on the highest settings because I haven't tried it because I can't keep up with them because I can't. Did I tell you I can't tune my car? If you're behind a car coming up to a bend and you're going really quick and you just happen to just outbrake them and dive in and get your nose on that apex first, they will give way every single. I've never had a car yet that will just say no, this is my line, I'm holding it. They will always bottle it and they'll pull over and you can just slide past. And I've overtook pretty much everybody doing that. Yeah, they're wimpy, they're pussy out all the time on the bends. Other than that, when you have the difficulty level up, they can put in some really quick times and pretty good drivers. So yeah, I haven't got too many gripes about the AI. They'll certainly give you a run for your money with your racing, no matter what difficulty, no matter what level rather you are. Because I can imagine on the highest difficulty, they will be absolutely brutal. Overall, I like the game. I think it's really good fun. Simply because the core of the game is good. That's the actual racing, the physics, the way it handles with the wheel and pedals and on a controller, by the way. It's one of the best driving games I've played as far as that goes. It's just heavily let down by the way the game actually is designed. That can be fixed, thankfully. Whether they fix it or not, I don't know. But the fact that the way that the progression is just crap, things are just locked up, so everything's locked. You've got to go through this grind to get anywhere in the game. I just don't like that. It's not necessary really in a game like this. You should have access to like a lot of the stuff, except obviously cars. You know, you shouldn't have to grind money to buy the cars, but you shouldn't have to grind just to have a decent fucking race and to be able to tune your car. And I think they've made a balls up there, I really do. But overall, I think it's a good game. I'm going to thumb it up, but it's not going to be a very high thumb, simply because at the end of the day, the game has been designed pretty poorly.